What up, people? What's going on? It is the Live Love Midday Show. We're getting into it. It is time for us to get into our conversation of the day. People that are looking or watching online, this is a full radio show. You can find us on Spreaker.com or on iHeartRadio. Download the app, listen to the show on iHeartRadio or on Spotify. You can find us on Spotify. Either way, however you want to listen to us, you can listen to us that way. It's old school hip hop and R&B, as well as a great conversation like the one we get ready to get into. Today's conversation comes from a clip from Kevin Hart. Kevin said something a couple of days ago, and I thought it was super profound. It spoke to my soul when he said what he said. Because when I tell you I feel everything he said with every being of my DNA, I do. So I'm going to play the clip so y'all can hear it. And as you hear it, I just want you to listen to what he says. And this is it.
And stay connected. Why can't we do that?
It's called our egos.
So you remove it.
Easier said than done in some circumstances.
It's actually not.
In some instances.
But when people say that, right? When they say it's easier said than done, and the ego is very present and dominant, right? You gotta ask yourself why. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Me and Dwayne Johnson are good friends. You know why our shit works? TJ, I don't give a fuck about titles. I don't give a fuck about number one or number two. TJ, I don't care what that thing is. Like what, dude, I love working with you.
Right.
You're my guy. I love you, champ. Love you too, Kev. You want to do this thing? Let's make it work. Kev, my company's producing it. You want dope. I hope you guys knock it out the park. Let me see the materials. If I can help, I can. DJ, I got something that's coming from my company. Hey, do you want me to include you? Do you guys want to co-produce? How do you want to do it? Kev, we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. Ho, can you sit down with me, man? I got a show. I want to talk to you. Yeah. Hey, man, I got this thing, guys, I'm doing. Chris, me and you should go. What do you think about doing New York together? Fuck it, we can co-headline it. Let's split this shit down the middle. I don't care. Fuck it, Kev, yeah, let's do it. You think Dave will come to one of the shows? Let's ask him. Dave, what you want to do? Oh my God, guys, it's great. There's no egos. With real success and real fucking moves, the real ones, there's no egos.
So that's what we're talking about today. How do y'all feel about that? Now, I shortened it down because part of what Kev said is that the ego gets into play in the way of our culture. He says, why is this so huge in our culture? Why is it so hard for us to blindly support each other? Why is that so hard? Especially when it's somebody who you have a relationship with already. Or you already know. Or strangers, period. If it's something that you know that they're doing good, why is it so hard for us to do that? And I see it all the time. And anybody who has their own business has experienced this. We see it all the time, how we just don't blindly support each other. We always want to know what's in it for us first. What do I get out of this? Why is that? Why are we like that? Why do we have a problem with just helping somebody out to win for the sake of, I know I can help you win? I know I can help you win. A comedian, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, because that's not, if you truly know me, you know that's not my style. A comic called me the other day, and he was saying how he wanted to give me my flowers now. He said, because every time he talks about me and people talk about me, they talk about my professionalism. They talk about my grind. They talk about the fact that I'm always helpful. And he wanted to give me flowers. Then he proceeded to ask for help. So I don't know if he was buttering me up first because he needed the help. But I helped him anyway because it wasn't about that. And the reason why people talk about me like that when I'm not around professionally is because that's my thing. I just want everybody to win. I don't have to be part of your win. That's not a requirement for me. I don't require a byline in your story. If I can truly help you win, that's all I'm looking for, is the win. I just want to look back and say, wow, she winning now, or he winning now. That's all I'm looking for. If you ask me a question, I'm not, that's why like I had to show, I mean, the internet thing, and I was doing the comedy classes. Comedy clubs charge like $300 a pop for stand-up comedy classes. And I was doing them for free simply for the fact that I was like, I want to help. Now, people was kicking my behind because they was mad that I was giving that game away for free. But yes, because my thing is I just wanted people to win. Why are we like that? Chandra says it's the crab in the barrel mentality. Unfortunately, afraid someone else is going to get more or do better than you. But why? What difference does it matter if somebody's doing better? It's always somebody out here doing better than you. Always. There is always someone doing better than you. So if your concern is someone doing better than you, then you've lost already. You think Shaq ain't doing better than you? You think Tiger Woods ain't doing better than you? You think Denzel Washington's not doing better than you? You think Beyonce not doing better than you? You think the CEO of Walmart not doing better than you? You think Bill Gates not doing better than you? It's always somebody who's doing better than you. You can never concern yourself about somebody doing better than you. I don't care how attractive you are. There's always somebody who is just as or more attractive than you. Always. Excuse that. Yeah, so you cannot concern yourself about with someone being better than you. That's never going to go away. Unless you are the only person on this planet, there is somebody who's better than you. Always. So I never understood the crabs in the barrel mentality. If we all crabs in a barrel and we ain't in the ocean where we normally live, guess what? All our behinds probably about to be in somebody's crab cake. So why am I trying to pull you down? Me getting out this barrel don't stop that. That's what people don't get. If we already in the barrel, our fate is sealed already. It's done. Never in the history of crab catching has a crab ever crawled out the barrel and the person who caught the crab said, let him be. He got out the barrel. We ain't going to cook him. They say, man, get that crab that's crawling on the floor, put him back in there in that barrel with the rest of them crabs. They're behind going to eat crab cakes too. And put this Dijon mustard on his behind. So that I don't get the crabs in the barrel mentality. Again, why are we like that? Why can we not just blindly support someone simply? Now, don't get me wrong. If it's a business that just doesn't interest you, or you're never going to use, I'm not saying go buy a transistor from somebody simply for the fact that they got an electronics store. That's not what I'm saying. But if you need a caterer and you don't know caterers, and you say, and you look in somebody, you know, a black caterer or a caterer, and you say, or your friend is a caterer, and you don't know anything bad about your friend. You just know he or she does catering. Is it really going to hurt to try to give the business to them first? Is it really going to try? Is it going to hurt? And if you just do business, no. And again, nobody's saying go with somebody simply for the fact that y'all cool, because just because you cool don't mean your business is together. But is it really going to hurt you to support your friend if he or she has a business? Then the business isn't doing bad. They're not doing bad business. Why not? If you can help. Or how about this? You got a friend who's a caterer. You know your company is looking for a caterer for your Christmas party. Why would you not drop your friend's name? And you know your friend don't do bad business. Now, in your head, you might be thinking, well, dang, they a little expensive. That's not your problem. Why are you even worried about that piece of it? You're talking yourself out of helping someone else win. Just because they too expensive for you don't mean that your company ain't going to pay their price. So if your friend does good business, why not pass their number on? Why not submit them to be possibly the caterer for this event? I don't get that. And that's what we talking about today. Kev said it. And I just say that this spoke to my soul, because we don't do that. And I see it and hear it so many different ways and in so many different levels. I tell this story on stage. And I'm gonna tell it again when I go live. So when y'all hear it the second time, I say, "Live, you already told us that story." I'm on live on YouTube right now. Then I go live for the second time on Instagram. And if you want to hear the radio portion of the show, people that are watching live on YouTube, go to Spreaker.com. You can watch the show live, or you can watch the replay of the show on iHeartRadio or Spotify. If you want to hear the music that goes along with the show, the whole nine, you can check that out. Shonda says, it's crazy. My mom has been in business for over 35 years, and she would also say when she walked in a room, and if the person looked like her, she knew 9 times out of 10 she wasn't getting the contract. See what I'm saying? That's crazy, but we love to preach this. We in this together, and we love to march, and we love to talk about how the man got his foot on our neck. Well, a lot of times what I'm noticing is the man might have his foot on his neck, but a lot of times you look to your left and to your right, is a black person got their hands on your shoulder, making sure you can't move, and that white man can get his foot off your neck sometimes. I'm just saying, we got to do better. So let me tell you a story. I'm a white woman can go to a club and see a band. The band is live. She's never seen the band before. She didn't even come to the club to see the band. She just happened to come to the club and the band was performing. End of the night, she's like, "You guys were freaking awesome. Why? I don't understand why nobody's here." The band's like, "Hey, we just in here grinding. We trying to, create following. We just doing what we do. Thank you for the love and the support." She's like, "Okay." She'll go home, and the whole ride home, she'll talk about how great the band was and how great they were. She knows their names, and she's like, "Yo, Mike's the lead bassist, and Bob plays the piano in the group." She'll talk about the whole. And then she'll get home and she'll look for them on Facebook or something and try to search them. They don't have a fan page. So she'll create a fan page for the group. And then she'll call her friends. "Oh, I want to see this great band. We should go see them this weekend." And she'll get 20 of her friends to commit to going to see the band the next weekend. And so now she got 20, 30 people committed to going to see the band. Wednesday, somebody might call like, "Yo, Amber, I'm not going to be able to make it. I can't believe you're not going. If you were my friend, you would go. You know how important this is to me. I can't believe you're not going." And she'll shame all 30 of those people into going to see this band. So they'll get to the club. Now the club is packed with these 30 people plus these other people. And the band is great. The band rips it. Then the band's like, "Wow, it's packed." She was like, "Yeah, these are all my friends." And the band is like, why would you do all of this? "I want you to win." Okay, I get that. But what do you want for all of this? I just told you. What I want is for you to win. and she'll walk off dancing. That's it. All she wants is to see is them win. And it happens all the time with them. All the time. She just wants them to win. That's all she's looking for, is for them to win. That's all she's looking for. It's for them to win. Vashawn said, that's not my experience. I feel supported and affirmed in general, but sometimes I think people who don't feel supported don't put the right energy in the universe. They all about themselves, and that's how they approach life. So that is what they attract. Even when they do for others, it's with an ulterior motive in mind. I believe in the laws of attraction. I also don't feel entitled, just gratitude. We need to look inward sometimes. I hear both sides of this, but in general, this is my opinion. I think your thought process, which I respect, I think that is in the minority. Chandra just gave a story about how her mother feels the same way. I, in general, feel supported. I told you the comic just can't. One thing I know about my industry is that I know I'm respected. One of the things and even when people say people have talked about me when I'm not around, nobody has ever said Lab's business ain't together. Nobody's ever said Lab's a horrible dude in this game. Nobody's ever said Lab treats people horribly. Nobody ever said Lab doesn't support. So I don't feel like people don't support me. So that's me personally. So I'm like you, Vashawn. I don't feel that way. But what I do feel is that there is, I feel on the whole, as a group, as a culture, clearly have the feeling that we don't blindly support each other. Clearly is not unique to me. Clearly is pervasive, because Kevin just gave a whole soliloquy about it, and the people that he was in front of echoed the same sentiment. So clearly, it's not. This isn't just something that has been pulled out the air. It's not an assumption. It's not my personal feeling. Clearly, it is something other people think. And I've said this. What Kevin said, I've said the same thing many times before. Again, I told the story about the white lady on stage numerous times. We don't blindly support like that. We just don't. We often want to know what we get out of it. Shonda says, my mother's business is supported, just not by folks that look like us. Now, not all, but it just is what it is. That's what I'm saying. I get it. I get it. For example, like me, I know it's not necessarily 100% a matter of people not supporting. In the entertainment industry, especially now, it's about reaching your people. So I just have not had that thing that reaches on a mass level my people. And my demographic from a social media standpoint don't necessarily do what needs to be done to reach the large mass. Like, my demographic doesn't share content. That's not what they do. They watch content and they enjoy content, but in mass numbers, they don't share. Now, they might send it to one or two friends, but like reposting and stuff, that's not what my demographic does. See, so I have a whole different dichotomy and a different set of levers that has to be pulled on my side. But I do believe what Kevin said is true, that on a whole, we let our egos get in play, and we do exactly what someone said earlier. We worry about what we get out of this. We let our egos come into play. We are worried about what somebody else is getting and what we are not getting. And if you're worried about somebody else, what somebody else is getting and what you're not getting, you're going to be worried about that your whole life. Because it's going to always be somebody who's getting more than you. Always. That's never going to stop. That's never going to go away. The universe ain't balanced. The universe don't say, Mike won the lottery. This week is your turn to win the lottery. That's not how the universe works. Mike won the lottery, and that's Mike's money. And they ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. And the universe don't care about the hungry dude up the street who needed that lottery money more than Mike. The universe don't care about that. It ain't. The universe ain't giving the woman with the homeless and 3 kids. The universe ain't magically put the lottery numbers in her head, because the universe ain't about fairness. The universe just gives you what the universe gives you. So you worried about what somebody getting and you not getting. Yeah, you gonna be bumping your head for a long time. The universe ain't about fairness. The universe is just about what the universe do. All right, that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about your ego coming into play, and why in our culture does it seem like we won't just blindly support you. It is hard for us to support each other without thinking, what do I get out of the deal? It's the Live Love Midday Show. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Whatever the reason is, it ain't my fault. All right, people that's watching on YouTube, what do y'all think? Tell me your thoughts on this. What do you think about the entire situation, what we're talking about? Kev said again that a lot of times we let our ego get in the way of handling business. We're too worried about what I'm gonna get, what I'm not gonna get, what somebody else is gonna get. We worried about the outcome of it before we even commit to just helping the situation win. Why are we like that? Let me know what you think. It's the Live Love Midday Show. Check us out. Spotify and iHeartRadio and Spreaker live. You can watch it live on Spreaker and then listen to the replay on iHeart and